Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're back on the Ford Focus ST170. While that waits for its underbody restoration in the garage, we're going to take a look at one of the early pieces of work I did to it, a complete refurbishment of the cylinder head. Here's the condensed version. So what I'm going to do is take all the bits I can off. I'm going to take out the springs, I'm going to take out the valve stem seals, take out the valves, all these nuts and bolts, hooks and things, and the sensor. And then we're going to take it to an engine builder or an engineering company. And what they're going to do is basically check that it doesn't need a skim, check all the tolerances, make sure all is well. Then when I get it back, I'm going to change all the bits on it. So we're probably going to get new springs. I'm going to do the valve stem seals. I'm also going to do the valves as well. So I'm going to grind these back in. When all that's done, I'm going to take it back to the engineering company and they're going to check it to make sure the work I've done is fine. And then we're going to put it back on the car. So when I'm taking it to bits now, I'm doing it like I'm looking at it from the front of the car. So I'm going to take all these bits out and then I'm going to put them up on the shelf in the same order that they've come out of the head, so that when we put it back together, all the parts are back in the same place and we know that everything's well. Right, let's make a start. This one here is stuck. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to let the engineering company take that out. Okay, I think with my valve spring compressor, I need one that adjusts on the other side as well, because this neck isn't able to go in there and compress the spring. So when I put it over there, it is knocking on the top there, so I can't compress that. So let's go get another one. And that's a new one, so it has got a slightly longer reach there, so it can reach into the well of the engine and undo the bits we need to get undone. And that's the setup that I'm using there. So I've just put it on 2 bits of wood so we can actually reach in below and reach above it and get these undone. So with this, I have already taken some time to set it up there. So I've got the adjusters right there, and what it is you sort of open the handle up and then you clamp it back down. And you only want really a tiny bit of movement left on the handle to clamp it down and do the spring. If you leave too much, you can never get it shut. So we're going to open the handle and then clamp it onto the head like that. Let's get it on the valve. One more time for the close-up. Just make sure you can reach in there. That's it. Okay, one of the keepers is out. I'm just trying to sweep it onto my magnets. Yeah, we're going to have fun putting these back in. Okay, let's forget about the magnet. Let's try something else. Let's try some grease. Good. Good, good. Release the pressure. Take out the valve stem oil seal. There it is. Now we've got to do it all again 15 more times. And the last one. So I'm using an electrician's screwdriver for this, one of the really highly magnetised ones, and it gets these things out absolutely fine. So I've still got most of the valve stem seals in there. They just sort of come to pieces when you try and lift them out. I think there is a way you could put a nut over the top on a bar and take them out, but what we're going to do is take this head to a engine builders tomorrow and have them check it. So I'm just going to let them take that out just to save potentially damaging the head. Here's all the bits that came off. They look in remarkably good condition considering the mileage and the age of the car, and it's the same story with the underside as well here. So it's obviously a bit dirty, but the actual valve seats, they look fine to me. So what we're going to do now is have this professionally inspected by my local engine builder. So we're going to run it up there tomorrow and get that underway. And here it is back from the machine shop. So it's had a proper wash down, it's had the old valve stem seals taken out, and it's had a very light skim just to really make sure that surface is perfect and to remove any traces of old gasket. They also had a look at the valve seats as well. There's no pitting or any problems with those whatsoever. So when we come to grind the valves back in, they just need the absolute minimal amount of grinding, and that will be fine. The plan originally was to grind the valves back into the head myself using the valve grinding kit here. Before I do that though, the valves should be really clean, so we obviously want them clean before the rebuild, and also you have to take all of the carbon off the head there, because otherwise this rubber sucker there won't properly attach to the valve and you can't grind them in. What I'm going to do though, after talking to the guys in the machine shop today, is take all of my valves uncleaned. I'm going to put them back into the head in their proper positions. Then what they'll do, they'll take each one out, clean it up properly, they'll put it back into the head, and then they'll grind it in. And then what they'll do after they've done that is apply a vacuum across there, and then they can check that nothing's leaking. So what we're going to do now is put each valve back into its proper place, and then we'll take it back to the machine shop. Okay, back to the machine shop. Looking much better. So I've had all of these valves taken out and cleaned up, and I've also had them very lightly ground back in there. So now we can see that grey band around the outside of the valve, and the same with the valve seat. It's been vacuum tested, so we know we haven't got any leaks in that, and we know it's in perfect condition to put it back on the car. What I'm going to do now though is take it outside in the garden and give it a wash with soapy water. I need to do that because when the valves are ground in, there's little sort of sparkles of metal you can see, and also the same with the skim as well, so we need to make sure that it's properly washed. After that, we're going to start to rebuild it. So that's all the little bits that we need to get off there. We don't want that getting in the oil. Okay, that's all cleaned up, ready for the rebuild. It's the same with all these bits up here. These have had a wash in white spirit, so now they're all clean and dry and ready to be reassembled. We're going to start with the valve stem seals. So we've gone for the Rhines ones. We're going to get those on and start to rebuild this. 1, 2, do that again 15 more times. So there we go, that's the head rebuilt, ready to be reconnected to the engine when we finally get that done. So the engine, the block, you know, pistons, all that, that is in the workshop, and that's going to be taken away, have everything done, have it all honed, and then we'll rebuild it in the workshop. So the ST170 is now in dry storage, ready for the winter. And what we're going to do is get back on this probably late spring, early summer. It's going to be taken away to a sort of classic car restorer, and we're going to have both of the seals done, inner and outer, because they are a little bit corroded, so we're going to get those done professionally and sprayed. And also in the boot, the sort of wheel arches just at the base where the Focus is always rust, that's obviously gone there. It's all been cut out, and we're going to get that done. So other than that, it is a completely solid car. So I really do like these cars. It's you know, quite a lot of work to do to something that people are or were sort of scrapping a few years ago, and basically the reason I like them, they just really suit my driving style. They are, you know, cast iron block Zetec engines, and they've been tuned by SVT and Cosworth, so they are a tuned up car, and basically really like them. They've been very overlooked because they sit below the Mark I Focus RS, you know, make a little bit less power, but I really do like them, like the way they drive, and they are certainly worth saving. So stay with me on this one. It's been quite a long road on this car. We are going to pick up again. It will be late spring, early summer, and we're going to be completely restoring this car back to, you know, the best we can get it. So yeah, if you like this sort of stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.